Hi everyone, my name is Fendy. This is my first video log from Cambridge Hill Residences. Due to COVID-19, I think all of us are not able to present in the show flat. So I take this opportunity to take this video to share a little bit about Cambridge Hill Residences. Okay, first of all, I'm standing in front of this very nice landscape model. And actually they have 5-story height for the buildings. Total we have 548 units and 50 of them is strata landed. Of course, this is one of the very huge land in Pasir Panjang, which is District 5. Actually right now you can't have such a big land size in this district because most of them are apartment status in this area. So what you're getting from Pasir Panjang is actually a lot of small apartment. But in future, if you want to buy in this area, they actually have a 100 square meter restriction to have only bigger units in the future. So right now, this is the best chance for you to get a investment portfolio, or even it's a own stay if you like somewhere like Cambridge Hill Residences, because we have a Cambridge Park, National Park just right behind us. Okay, let me share a little bit about why my buyers are looking to buy and invest in this area. Maybe I share a little bit more on the project itself, then you look at what's in the future at a later stage. So first of all, I'll share the beauty of this Cambridge Hill Residences. Okay, and we all know that this is actually an en bloc development, and the previous development is Vista Park. When they en bloc this land, I was very shocked because this land was built in the 1988. So if you get that kind of age, then you can able to en bloc. I feel that there's a lot of potential also for this in the future, like maybe back in 20 years or 30 years later. So because it's a huge land bit and a lot of development are getting smaller and more expensive. So this is actually a very good entry price for anyone. Okay, first of all, this development actually have 319,000 square feet for the land. Actually, it's like 6.5 football field. To have a 6.5 football field land size is very, very difficult to come by. And of course, in District 5, this will be most attractive because why? We are quite close to Pasir Panjang MRT and within walking distance. Of course, other than that, we have a 100% car park lot for all residents. Okay, let me share more about this development. One thing good about this developer, Oxley, that you engage two top-notch architects. And the two top-notch architects, the first is ADDP, who designed for this whole development. So what they did is the way they built the layout is all very functional, and all the layout is no wastage. And of course, with this, you're enjoying the space. What I meant by space is the place that you use, able to maximize whatever available in the so-called recreation area. Okay, I actually share a lot about this development at the starting point, which is the entrance. Do you know that a lot of development do not have tennis court? But Cambridge Hill Residences, they actually come with one very nice tennis court because it's bigger than the norm. But a lot of people say, tennis court waste space, but not true. This tennis court actually built on top of something, and it doesn't waste the land space below. So what they did is that they elevated the tennis court, and what is below is actually your bin center. So where I'm pointing is actually the main entrance from the South Buona Vista Road. So this is actually where the first thing that I see from the model, which is very one of the bigger thing in front. So what they did is the architect actually make full use of space. It doesn't make so-called wastage space for this tennis court. And of course, entering to this Cambridge Hill Residences, they also shifted the guard post. Previously, Vista Park was right in front, facing the South Buona Vista Road. So this guard house actually is next to our so-called car park, basement car park. But this create actually more space for those cars, like your visitor, your friends, your relative coming in. So when they drive in, they actually don't really block the main road, which is the South Buona Vista Road. So your guests can drop off nearer to the where the facility deck is. And this is actually a smart home system. Probably by then they have a QR code and they can scan and they can enter to the development. So the guard won't be too busy with it. So those who drive in, they have two ingress, and one is for the visitor, the other one is for residents. Of course, there's one egress for the resident or the visitor to go out, so it won't jam the space. And one of the good so-called beauty of this development is that they make it low rise, so it look a little bit more high class, we call it atas lah. So this whole space actually make it very beautiful for buyer, or I mean for your visitors who visit you, because it doesn't look like those standard high-rise building development or those in the so-called more toward HDB estates, and it's much less populated. Of course, in front of us is actually all the landed properties, so you so-called blend into this environment as well, and of course our greenery. Let me share the second architect that actually built for this so-called the beauty of this development is actually by EcoPlan. EcoPlan actually do the landscape for Kent Ridge residences. Why is it important? One thing about landscape, do you know that landscape bring up the value of a property? A lot of buyer, when they buy property, they just buy the so-called price and location. But definitely when you sell, actually they also want to so-called resell it with a very good high price. But not many resale value go higher recently, because they only based by near MRT and of course price they bought. But a lot of time when they sell, they say, why my resale value not as high as some newer condo? Because last time they don't really focus much on the landscape. But like I say, Oxley put in hard to really spend some time to do up why they want to make it more different from the rest. And this is an award-winning development for the landscape as well. So with the architects, they build lah. So right now, the landscape, first thing they make it like a resort theme, and they actually bring in the value of this area, because we already have a park right behind us where a lot of people want to get into more down to a more relaxed place. And this is actually given a lot of water, like water features. Okay, why is it important to have water feature at the side of the wall or even at the entrance? Because like this architect mentioned, they want to bring in the feel of having waterfall in the hue. So you have water, at the same time you also have the hue to blend in. So it's like you're sitting inside a very nice resort feel. Okay, so first of all, we have a family pool and water jet pool just right in front of the function room, which most of the people have kids, they will bring it in front. And do you realize that it's a little bit of a 3D view, because there's also a walkway sky bridge with a lift going up to the second level. And this level 2 actually linked to three houses. So tree houses actually bring it to our memories of when we were young. We wanted to have a tree house in our dream home, but I don't think in Singapore you can have it. But right now you can get it from Kent Ridge residences. Of course, a standard lap pool at the back, which you have a lot of tropical trees to at the side to make it more like a resort home. Of course, this is more for the main pool area where a lot of activities will be inside this area. Of course, the gym is on the main entrance where you can see it right in front. It's actually floating gym overlooking our facility area. Then next to this tennis court and further down of this waterfall valley is actually our very privacy party pool with a BBQ pavilion. And they actually spend time to do this space with a gourmet dining area, which you can have more than 50 packs around there. And why is it so? Because right now, if you have a standard gathering with your family members, most of them is a standard function room. But this is a little bit like those outdoor space and with a little bit of those Amor style lah. So more like a chillax thing, more a resort theme, and more like a so-called more low, so-called not so intensity lah. So when you have this, you enjoy a private area for your party, and you have a pool, which I think is enhance the space, because I feel that this area is not like high-rise building overlooking in this area. So you enjoy having your visitor keeping this very beautiful memory back, and they will remember your development as well, because they say, hey, wow, I visited somewhere called Kent Ridge Residences. They have something like so-called private area, then I really enjoy it, because I even imagine when one day I have a ROM inside this area, I may want to book this area as a special event. So this is something that you will have in this development, which I think rarely seen in other area. And of course at the back, you actually have a backdrop of this Kent Ridge Park that nobody looking into the development other than the low-rise residential. Only 2 blocks in front, so there won't be a lot of people looking into what you are doing at the private area. So what is further down, there's actually quite a long stretch from left to right. Actually our site is a bit different. Our land actually elevated when from the front all the way to the back, which is from 0 to 10 meter, about there lah. So when you can see the gradient, actually the developer wanted it to be more so-called different. So they create a little bit of space up and down. So they have small steps from the side. At the same time, you also can see there's another lap pool. This is actually Amazon pool. Personally, I like this is because it will be good for people who love Instagram, and they can just take a Wi-Fi or selfie at this space. Why? Because at the backdrop is all the cluster landed properties. So meaning what? Whoever stay behind actually is all the multi-million dollar owners, which is cost more than 3 million for some of the units. So you are taking a selfie, say, hey, I'm having a swim at home. When people look at it, wow, you stay in a very high-end status as well. So you should be owning some property that's above 2 to 3 million. So this is something that it bring up the value as well. Although it's joke aside, but of course for me, I think it's a good space for exercise. Then at the side, you also have a lawn area for people who love yoga or exercise like Zen, more into relaxing. You can go here, and there's another lookout pavilion, which is just at the corner, so it's not so crowded. You can have a small group of friends over here. Of course, in front, if you realize we are elevated on above the road level, so you have also facility like the fitness corner, and also we have this playground, chess garden, some cabana, and this is actually to create more so-called activity in the front. But definitely we also have a beautiful landscape to make it even more attractive to be seen from outside. So let's go back to where I say about the steps. So there's a lot of few steps. One is for the handicap friendly. One is just a staircase. So when you go up here, actually is linked to all our strata landed home, which is all our beautiful landed properties here. But of course, at the corner, there's another small bubbling pool, which comes with a nice pavilion. This is actually to create a very nice space for those who want to be more so-called privacy, but not a big group. Just on that one, maybe more than 30 packs. This one is probably 5 to 8 packs. Yeah, you can have this dining pavilion at the corner. So overall, this is something that you won't really get in most of the development. And our land size is so big, they actually enjoy from left all the way to the right. And we also have another beautiful side gate to enjoy our Kent Ridge Park. And you don't have to park the car on top in the public car park, but you can access from your home. Meaning you can invite your friends, relatives to come to these Kent Ridge Hill residences and park their car and walk up from this side gate in the morning for your hiking. After that, go all the way to Hall Park or even Mount Faber. After that, you walk back. You actually can access back from the side gate and go back to these Kent Ridge Hill residences for maybe your so-called shower, because we have open shower space for our swimming pool area. So after that, you can even swim and have a lunch together at home or lunch at this pavilion area, which I think you bring a very good experience with your family and friends. Okay, I want to share a bit more from other than Kent Ridge Hill, what is near future. There's 2 things that you have to take note. First is the MRT station, because our MRT station will complete the full circle in 2025. So when we have this development completed, you just take another 3 years, you actually can extend another 3 years staying here. You actually can sell it off with a full circle line that link to Marina Bay. This is just 7 stations, just like Paya Lebar to Marina Bay. So people already pay more than 2,000 per square feet in Paya Lebar, but you're buying below 2,000, starting from about 1,006 plus. If you buy strata landed, it's about 1,004 plus. So this is a value buy in this area. At the same time, we are also same 7 station to this MBFC, the Marina Bay Financial Center. And at the same time, what is near future as well is the Keppel Club site. There will be new homes coming up in our nearby region. Keppel Club is actually the golf course center near to this harbourfront area. But of course, you know, harbourfront, they already have a lot of new homes, just like Chorus. They already sold more than 2,006 per square feet in resale. They are actually is selling with the lifestyle that is near to Sentosa, Harbourfront, the shopping mall, Vivo City. So we are just 2 stations that is not far from us. But of course, if you say about Keppel Club, is Labrador Park or Telok Blangah, it's nearby as well. This one, they will come with around 9,000 new homes. But of course, there's a mixture of HDB and private property. Just imagine when the HDB there will be selling higher. Just imagine HDB price cross $1 million. This could be another HDB that will be $1 million price. Why? Because first of all, it's facing the sea, Sentosa Sea. And at the same time, Telok Blangah resale value already quite high. So this will cost a bit more because of what they get. And private property land size, land bid, government land sales will be much higher then. So what you're getting today is a very attractive price before the land bid coming in the future. But of course, the golf lease will end around 2021. So just imagine 2021, this development is still not yet TOP. You have government land sales coming in. When developers see that the government land sales bid much higher, do you think this price will go up? It's your choice. But I think when this price even is still maintained, you are buying at a very good deal. What if it went up? Maybe you will enjoy if you buy now. So what I feel is that take action today, because we have around 60% sold. So when we sell more than that, the price will definitely go higher when it's nearer to TOP. So what I suggest is that due to the COVID-19 period, you don't have this chance to view the show flat. But what I share with you probably can help you to think about why must take a look at Kent Ridge Hill Residences. Thank you very much.